What's up, everyone? I'm Deanna Reese Williams, and I'm continuing my series talking about goal setting. Today, I'm going to be talking about the reality of my 45-day challenge and my takeaways so far. Right now, I'm on day 20 of the challenge, and I just want to be able to give you guys almost a midpoint of where I'm at and what is the challenge and where am I going with it? Why am I doing this to myself? So for those of you that are not familiar, I'm a doctoral student. I'm getting my doctorate in psychology, focusing on criminology justice. And so part of my challenge is for 45 days, I have to work on my paper every single day at minimum 45 minutes a day and do 20 minutes of movement every single day. So I don't call it like 75 hard or 75 soft. I think challenges are great. They allow you to dial in, focus, and get what you need done. But also it helps you kind of figure out like how am I going to get this project done? So the first time I did a challenge was back in October through December. You can check out all that content on my channel. You can see it through my playlist. But I did a 75-day challenge, and let me tell you, it was 75 dang. I'll be the first to admit that. So I decided to do 45 days this time around. Who knows? I might tack on another 30 days. I like a good 75-day challenge anyway. So anyways, the 75-day challenge was great. It definitely gave me insight on what to do for this 45 days and how to stay focused and how to stay motivated, how to not be discouraged through the process, and how to honestly just show up for myself for something that I signed up to do. So this video is going to focus on sharing the results so far in my 45-day challenge, lessons learned from my daily writing and movement, and then encouragement for you guys to keep pushing forward with whatever project or whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life. So here's a couple of prompts that I have written out for myself. What has been the challenge? What has the challenge taught me about being consistent? Let me tell you, as a planner and very goal-oriented person, every day that I get up, I have to think about when and how am I going to move my body for the day, and then how am I going to write for 45 minutes? Because technically, I have to block at least 65 minutes of my day to do these two things. So, as someone who is a full-time employee working as a early childhood education faculty at a community college, and I wear several hats there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last video as I talk about how I balance all my different roles. But what I have learned from my 75-day challenge that I made sure that I do in this challenge is I can't do both of these items at the same time. The movement has to happen at a different time of the day, and the writing has to happen at a different time of the day because of the way my schedule is. So I like to move my body within the first hour of me getting up. Definitely when it's like Monday through Friday. I have to do it. I have to do it. Because if I don't, once I start working on work, and then I have to teach, and then I have to do my post-teaching stuff, I'm not going to have time, and nor am I going to have the energy to be like, okay, do I want to get on the spin bike at 11 o'clock at night? No, I did that before during the 75-day challenge. That's why I had to get my life together. Now, I am the type of writer, and I am the type of person that I am a night person. I have tried to write during the day. Bless my own little heart for even trying. It just doesn't work. And I know a part of it has more to do with the fact that growing up, because I'm part of that era, I'm 41 years old, where it's like you go to school all day and then you have dinner and you do homework. Like, so I think of the paper as something that I have to do after work. Like, I can't do it during work hours. Like, I have to do it when I don't have any other demands of the day. So then I can focus on what it is that I need to do. So figuring out that has allowed me to be consistent. So I consistently walk every day, or I consistently will get on the spin bike. I can consistently write between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. at night with no problem. That's how I stay consistent. You have to figure out what part of your day where you can plug in whatever project you're trying to accomplish. And I'm a firm believer of like stacking habits And so I find that I'm already like in the swing of working and closing out things from class. I already work kind of like a 2 to 10 type of schedule, or like 1 to 9, 12 to 8:30. Like that's my work schedule. So because I'm already working like that, then I need to, if I already have my laptop out and I'm already working on the couch, then naturally I should go ahead and work on the paper. So that's how I stay consistent, stacking habits. Number two, what changes have I noticed in my writing process? I have found with my writing process, and I think I shared this during my 75-day reflection, is that I am a better writer when, especially in this process with like academia writing, it's very much a marathon. I have had to learn how to look at this. I have to look at the writing and look at the project every day. So when I say to people, I work on this for 45 minutes a day, especially people that have already been through this process, they're like, only 45 minutes. And I'm like, it depends on what I'm working on, because it's not only just writing, there's formatting, there's editing, and there's revisions. There's different parts of writing that I'm basically going through. So depending on the task of what I need to do that day, it makes it more manageable. And so when I'm able to just laser focus and say, I'm doing research today, so then I can write about this research by synthesizing and all the things, then it's not so clunky. But if I'm like, I'm going to research and I'm going to write and then I'm going to revise, and then like that becomes too much. And people say, like, oh, well, that's multitasking. Technically, I hate to break the news, but multitasking is not real. There's research to support that. So when I'm able to just really dial in and really focus on whatever I'm trying to do for my writing process, that's how I've been able to show up for myself. So right now, I'm in the process. I'm not so much writing any chapters right now, because basically chapters 1 through 3 are in the process of being approved. So I'm actually working on my PowerPoint, which is my preliminary oral defense. And so what I am finding is that I want to focus on, okay, I'm going to talk about the project approach. And I want to make sure that I have the image, I have the right bullet points, and I have my own notes, and I can just practice this information, because I'm going to end up having to present this information to my chair and committee member. So it's really important to just, to me, like, you have to kind of figure out what's your rhythm and what's your systems. So I have found that I've discovered a more consistent system that makes me more efficient in my writing process, which is very different from my creative writing, because I do enjoy creative writing a lot. But creative writing and academia are like two different things for my brain to work from. All right, number 3, how has daily movement impacted my focus and energy? Listen, the best thing I do for myself is walking. And when I was able to go to CrossFit in the afternoon, it was just great. I would just basically work, do all this like heavy, deep thinking work. And then I would already be in my workout clothes, go drive to the gym for my lunch break, come back home, shower, get myself together, eat dinner, go teach a class. It's great. Obviously, when I'm not able to go to the 3 o'clock class, it's okay. Even if I make it to 8:30, or if I can't make that, I can walk. I can walk out of my house and literally go walk a mile or mile and a half. And I can take one of my dogs with me if I'm feeling like I don't want to walk by myself, type of thing. But that's the way that I do it. And what I find with movement, this is why I stacked it with a project, is that it does give me energy. It helps me tire out, because by 12:30 in the morning, I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. And so it's important for me to have that outlet, because a lot of what I do requires a lot of thinking, and I've got to let that energy out. So once I get the energy out, then I'm able to refocus and regroup and be able to dial back in. All right, number 4, what advice would I give someone struggling with consistency? Well, I think I said it earlier. You need to figure out a system that's going to work for you. My first thing is just like, how are you organizing yourself? Because if you don't have a system on how you're organizing yourself, you're probably going to continuously feel overwhelmed. And so when I do feel overwhelmed in whatever project I'm going through, I have to take it back to the basics and say, okay, what am I doing? What do I need to focus on? What, like, why do I feel overwhelmed? What is this feeling of like, this doesn't feel right? Like, what's going on? And when I go back to the drawing board and refocus on why I'm doing the thing, like the purpose, the vision, the mission, then I'm able to just go back and say, okay, that's right. I'm doing this for this reason. And now I need to map out on how I'm going to be able to consistently show up for this project that I'm working on. You got to figure out a way, figure out a system, but also like figure out your purpose on why you're doing the thing that you're doing. All right, guys, I hope this video talking about like how this 45-day challenge is going, I'll circle back and give you guys an update when I'm done with this challenge. But I will catch you guys on the next video. Have a good day, have a good night, and have a good morning, and I'll see you then. Bye.